What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of NCT 127's fifth album, Fact Check. Stop me if you've heard this before, but NCT are back. They seemingly never stop making music because NCT are legion. There are 20 of these dudes, many subunits, always releasing music in one form or the other. Just this year, of course, we got an NCT Dream Drop, an NCT Proper album, a NCT solo album from Taeyong, the first NCT member to release a solo album. And then, of course, a brand new subunit, NCT Do Jaejung, dropped an EP. So NCT 127 is far from the last NCT drop in some time. It's quite the opposite, in fact. NCT 127 last gave us their fourth album a little over a year ago, last year. And Fact Check is kind of similar to Two Baddies. And I think this is a general sentiment that we have with NCT's music. They have a brand, they have a sound, and they are largely sticking to that, both for good and for bad. I think NCT 127 in particular, their identity within the NCT universe, as it were, NCT 127, they make noisy music. They make, I think, layered songs with a lot of going on, a lot of drop-ins, a lot of vocal switch-ups and changes, a lot of production flair. That's kind of what they go for. And sometimes it really shines. Sometimes it can be a bit grating. I think, unfortunately, the maximalist stuff that NCT 127 goes for, I think Stray Kids just kind of does that a little bit better than them. Not to just directly compare, because they do have different things they do, but that's just kind of what stands out to me a little bit. Fact Check, though, I have to say, I like this one more than Two Baddies, straight up. For one, the title track Fact Check, I like more than the title track Two Baddies. I think Two Baddies had a really grating hook. The Two Baddies, One Porsche stuff just got old quick. Fact Check as a title track, as a single, perhaps it's less remarkable in terms of like grabbing you, but I actually think it's just easier to be with as a song. The check the facts, go check that part, it's still kind of underwritten. Like their big choruses are usually kind of flat to me. But overall, I think it's solid as the bangers go. I think what stands out most though about Fact Check and why I have this over Two Baddies is that Fact Check has Angel Eyes on it. This is one of the best K-pop, deep cuts in a while, especially on the NCT side of things, because Angel Eyes is just a straight up 1980s stadium rock song. The 80s pop trend taking over our current pop music in the world. Old news. People know this at this point. It's old hat. But hearing it in K-pop, I hadn't really thought of that yet. And I think Angel Eyes, just kind of awesome. Love the guitar on it. I think vocally it sounds great, really catchy. It's definitely a huge highlight. Elsewhere on this, the song Space, I like the drums on that. I like the vocals. I think that was really smooth. I think I heard some saxophone in the background. Just immediately a more interesting song right after you hit Fact Check. Again, these lead singles, these title tracks are usually not the best song. It's really funny. Parade, a lot of rapping on that, a lot of trading bars. The sung bridge then really comes in and switches you up in a fun way. I think NCT as rappers, they're definitely up and down for me. It's kind of always been that way. When they're good, they're good. Taeyong, Mark, like there's some talented guys there rapping. I think ultimately it's kind of up to the rest of the song construction, for whether I actually like kind of jive with it. Because sometimes, again, like NCT 127, doing their thing, a lot of noise, a lot of production, throwing in like a lot of rapping and like quick flows at that. Sometimes it's just a bit too much. It's really nothing against the guy's actual rapping ability half the time. But yeah, I think Parade pretty solid for that. Yacht, following up Angel Eyes, no small feat, but I think Yacht has also a really catchy chorus, like the drums on that. I love the horns, hearing that again just after you heard saxophone earlier in the track list. That was nice. Je ne sais quoi, rap was okay, probably not as good as it was on Parade, but I think at the halfway point, the song when a lot more singing starts happening, it sounds way better, and I think the singing is really nice. I think one of the best things about NCT, because you have so many vocalists, on one hand, that's hard for me to really get into. It's hard to connect with all the individuals in the group because there's so many of them, but they're able to maintain their rapid fire, keeping the vibe moving thing because they just keep dropping in new vocalists. And sometimes the harmonies are really fun. Sometimes the switch ups really stand out when you get the vocal register really dropping, or they drop from singing to rapping. Like sometimes it can really shine, but sometimes it's also just kind of throwing paint in the wall, in my opinion. So again, bit of a mixed bag sometimes. And then from here, the last 3 songs are the predictable kind of slow down ballady outro type songs. Love is a Beauty, Misty, and Real Life. I think Love is a Beauty, nice understated drum line there. Love the piano. Misty, pretty slow, honestly, but nice harmonizing. And then Real Life, I think the beat's probably more lively than Misty. But yeah, I mean, it's another 30-minute NCT 127 album. Nothing really special about it that you haven't heard before anyway, with the exception, I think, of Angel Eyes. That was something new from NCT. Obviously, it's not actually new. It's making 80s music that's inspired from the past, but it's cool. I think it's done well, and I hadn't really heard a song like that in a little bit, so hats off to them for making that. I gotta say, though, after all the NCT albums, EPs, singles that we've got this year, and again, I wouldn't be shocked if we get something else in December, to be honest, but the NCT album, the NCT Dream drop, the NCT 127 drop, the Taeyong solo album, and the NCT Dojaejung debut EP. Honestly, NCT Dojaejung, which I regrettably did not cover, that's the best NCT drop of the year, easily, in my opinion. That EP is called Perfume, the title track Perfume, one of my favorite K-pop songs of the year. That'll make my top 10 K-pop songs easily. Incredibly catchy, incredible vocals, incredible vocal harmonies, just amazing performance from those three guys. Of course, Doyoung, Jaeyoon, and Jungwoo, who are all also members of NCT 127, because there's only 3 of them in NCT Dojaejung. They all get to really shine vocally. I think a song like Perfume, goddamn, that is a banger. So if there's one takeaway about NCT in 2023, I think it's to have more of an open mind about the subunits. I was certainly making jokes to myself about them making another subunit, but NCT Dojaejung's Perfume really surprised me in a great way, and that's a song I continue to go back to. So NCT 127 continuing to do what they're doing. Angel Eyes, nice 80s pop highlight. NCT Dojaejung a few months ago, Perfume, that's a smash. Of course, let me know how you're feeling about NCT in general, NCT 127's fact check, as well as NCT Dojaejung, NCT anything, K-pop anything. Let me know how you're feeling. Leave a comment. What was your favorite song, etc. And for more K-pop reviews, more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.